Sports presents coverage of high school volleyball. Tonight, a Tri Metro Conference match between the Centaurs of Brooklyn Center and the Columbia Heights Highlanders. From Columbia Heights High School, John Jacobson with you for tonight's telecast. Second year for both of these teams as Tri-Metro Conference opponents. Brooklyn Center's been in the Tri-Metro for a number of years. Columbia Heights had been in the North Suburban Conference, but came in to the Tri-Metro, and the North Suburban disbanded. Tri-Metro had a number of teams leave that formed the IMAC Conference, and so now Columbia Heights and Brooklyn Center in the same conference. Very similar in a lot of ways, demographic-wise, and how they compete athletically. So a good matchup, really, in number of sports between these two schools. Each team this year has lost a number of players from last year's team. So it's a very young squads on both sides, kind of rebuilding. Each team without a win so far in the season. Brooklyn Center comes in at 0-3 and Columbia Heights at 0-2. And each team and each coach saying he's just trying to figure out a good lineup that works for them and get the players working together. They each have a common opponent so far. Each team has lost to St. Paul, Washington, and somebody's going to win tonight and get their first win of the season. Very early in the conference season, Columbia Heights and Brooklyn Center, Tri-Metro Conference Volleyball. It comes your way next on 12 Sports. Stay with us.
Site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think. Billy!
Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
An eating disorder feels like having another person inside your head. It kind of built this wall around me.
The main thing that we needed was hope.
Your age, your gender, your ethnicity. Eating disorders don't discriminate. They can strike anyone. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
We are about set for varsity play tonight. Columbia Heights and Brooklyn Center in high school volleyball. The starters being introduced on the floor here. Brooklyn Center tonight, Sandy Thompson will be one of their starters. She is a senior captain along with Deja Gibson. Thompson really the most experienced player on this Brooklyn Center team. She and Deja Gibson, Desiree Swanson, the three returning players who had varsity experience from 2014. The other starters tonight, Janelle Whaley, who's just a freshman. She's their setter, Desiree Swanson, Molly Falness, and Christina Yang. A pretty young team, two seniors, Thompson and Gibson, freshman Whaley, and Swanson, a junior, and then sophomores, Falness and Yang. And for Columbia Heights tonight, their starters, Sharuk Muhammad, Selena Abram, Maddie Gilbertson, Elise Rogotsky, Pasha Scott, and Heidi Liebfried. And their libero is Lizette Tedder. And much like Brooklyn Center, a young team for Columbia Heights. A lot of seniors and a fair number of juniors actually on their varsity team, but not a lot of varsity experience. So we'll see how that plays out tonight. for each of these teams with, again, not a lot of game experience. There's a look at Ramon Martinez, 7th year now as head coach at Brooklyn Center, and likes the spirit of his team and is anxious for them to get a win, working hard toward that first victory of the season. Man for Columbia Heights, Courtney Jonas, now in her 2nd year as head coach, and looking for the consistency from her team with a young varsity squad that takes the floor tonight. 0-2 on the season coming in. Heights serving to start. And Sharuk Muhammad getting things underway for us here tonight at Columbia Heights. Brooklyn Center in the purple and black, Columbia Heights in white. First point goes to the Highlanders. Centaurs unable to get the ball back over and get a first substitution. Sheriana Frawley in for Columbia Heights, replacing Gilbertson. Muhammad floating the serve over, comes to the front row. There's a set by Whaley, attack over, and that's off of Muhammad. It'll be a point for Brooklyn Center. On the kill for Deja Gibson, the senior outside hitter, gets BC on the board. It'll be Whaley going back to serve. Puts it over. The return by Abram. Centaurs trying to set up their offense, get the ball back across. Front row tapped over by Scott. Centaurs ready for it, scrambling and can't quite get the return. Will go as a kill for Scott. Tall senior middle hitter, giving Columbia Heights the 1-point lead. Excuse me, Scott, a junior. Ragotsky getting set to serve. Stephanie Avelos in for the first time for Columbia Heights, number 10. Into the back row right now. Ball hit into the net by BC. Another point for Columbia Heights, and they take an early 3-1 lead. Left-handed serve by Frawley. Front row for BC, trying to get the ball across, and then there was an overpass and put away by Columbia Heights. Look at it again, trying to go to the left side, just hit too far, and it's an easy play at the net for Liebfried, who got the kill. BC unable to make the return. So it's 4-1 Columbia Heights. Now discussion between the referee and the lines person on this side. Now we're ready. And Frawley's serve into the net gives Brooklyn Center its 2nd point of the first set. Amy DeLuna getting ready to come in for Brooklyn Center, replacing Fallness. And it's DeLuna, the 9th grade defensive specialist, that will come in and serve. Nice floating serve over. Tedder got to it and hit over on a good recovery by Frawley. At the net, tapped down for a point. Kill for Brooklyn Center. Look at it again. An easy play at the net. Sandy Thompson getting her first kill of the night. BC back to within 1. And that'll drop in for an ace. DeLuna putting it in front of the back row. Islanders late to react to the ball, and it's tied at 4. Back into play. That one was down for an ace as well. Avelos let it go, thinking it might go out. Instead, it landed just inside the line, and back-to-back aces for the freshman DeLuna. And Brooklyn Center
has the lead and now at 5-4. High serve handled by Tedder. Set, ball hit across by Frawley and down for a point. Heights ties it up. Now the serve for Rogotsky. Back roll, it's off Tedder, scramble for the ball, and Tedder a good job to get it back across. Outside into the net on the attack from Thompson, point for Columbia Heights. Thompson with the right idea, just wasn't able to elevate and get this ball over the tape. The blockers there though for Columbia Heights may have stopped that anyway. Thompson again down the line and gets this one in. So they go back to the senior, and Sandy Thompson able to score a point for Brooklyn Center. Thompson with an ace. Brooklyn Center back in front. So back and forth we go in this first set, 7-6 for BC's. You look at the ace serve. Ball hit across by Columbia Heights. Outside they go, and it's off the antenna on the hit from Gibson. Point for Columbia Heights. Oh, that going to Brooklyn, excuse me, it does go to Brooklyn Center. My fault, 8-6 here for BC. So the Centaurs take their first 2-point lead of the match. Front row tapped over by Liebfried. Brooklyn Center, though, on a roll, getting another point. 9-6 now, Brooklyn Center. Another serve from Thompson. Liebfried had to rush for that one, hit by Rogotsky wide. Right now, the Islanders just having some troubles in serve receive. And there's another ace for Thompson. Frawley couldn't get to the ball. We're going to get a timeout for Columbia Heights by Courtney Jonas as Brooklyn Center takes a 5-point lead at 11-6. Served by Thompson. Another ace for her. These teams played a year ago in Tri-Metro Conference play at Brooklyn Center, with BC winning in 3. Centaurs, as you saw the graphic perhaps in their pregame, did not have a lot of success overall in the season. They won just 3 matches, but one of them did come against Columbia Heights on September 4th. They actually started the season 2-1, win over Spectrum as well, and then beat Columbia Heights, but only able to win one more match the rest of the way. And that came against Fridley. Tonight, Centaurs looking for their first win of this season, leading this first set 11-6. And the serve by Thompson. Scramble for, and the ball hit off the bottom of the net by Rogotsky. Thompson is putting them solidly in play. Floats it. Frawley got this one back over. Set by Whaley and bumped over by Swanson. From the middle, the attack from Scott. And it's a point for Columbia Heights. So Pasha Scott helping to end the run there for Brooklyn Center. It's them a point to make it 12-7. Scott with a good serve. A double hit on BC and a point for Scott and the Highlanders. So that makes it 12-8. Ball across by Swanson. Front row for Heights. Tapped over from the left side by Avelos. In the middle, knocked over by Mohammed. Swing by Gibson. Islanders there to get the serve receive. Good long rally here. Back to the front row and a kill for Deja Gibson. BC back in front by 5 points now at 13-8. Christina Yang serving. Sophomore right side hitter hits her serve out. Comes back to Columbia Heights. Liebfried serve. Bump to the side, but Gibson are hit too long. Got the set from Whaley, and Gibson just a little too strong on that attack. Back to a 3-point game. Ball the middle, hit back deep row. And this will be a point for Columbia Heights. Now they're going to replay the point. Looks like the signal from the official. The ball got caught up in that curtain. There you see it. That separates the two courts here. So no point for Columbia Heights. So a break for Brooklyn Center. They'll just replay the point. Now they'll get it on an ace. And it's just a rule here at Columbia Heights. Ball played up into that curtain. They just replay the point. Columbia Heights back within 2, but Gibson attacking. Scramble and over by Heights on a nice play by Rogotsky after Tedder had gotten to a ball. And this one hit over on the right hand of Liebfried. Gibson's blocked at the net. Muhammad getting up for the kill. And good individual efforts on that point. And Gibson and Frawley getting up, or excuse me, Muhammad and Frawley up for the kill to make it a 1-point score again, 13-12. Ball hit across by Liebfried and a good pass from Frawley. Liebfried out the net. Got it back to Thompson of Brooklyn Center. Gibson over. Hit a Highlander player in the net. And a point for Brooklyn Center. So they stopped the mini run for Columbia Heights to make it 14-12 BC. Swanson serves. Liebfried to the middle. Muhammad dumping it over, but Gibson was there for it. Gibson attacking again. And this one off of Muhammad and out of play for a Centaur point. 15-12. Tip over for a point, Stephanie Avelos. Avelos, a senior, gets the point. Pulls her team back to within 2. And she'll serve here for Columbia Heights, but out of play on that one. Coach Martinez talking to his team. Highlanders trying to get set after they made a substitution. Now Coach Jonas out to talk with the girls, making sure they're all set in the right spot. Now we're set. Nope, perhaps not. Another discussion between the officials. Gibson patiently waiting to serve. Their fans, classmates cheering BC on. Still discussion on where the players are supposed to be set for this rotation for Columbia Heights. All right, now we're ready. Gibson to serve. Their team leading by 3. Abram over with the attack for Columbia Heights in the middle. Ball hit. We had a player in the net for Columbia Heights that time. Another point for Brooklyn Center. Good serve back row. Goes off Abram. Scramble here. Who's going to get to it? And falls between Abram and Liebfried. 18-13 Brooklyn Center. Our lead is 5. Gibson, the senior, back to serve again. Back row, Abram got it up to Liebfried in the middle. The attack from Muhammad. Well played there by Columbia Heights on that sequence. Cross court, got it down for a point. Sandy Thompson with the kill. Didn't know if that would catch the line, and just did on the near sideline. Centaurs closing in perhaps on a first set win, leading by 6. Gibson, though, serves this one long. Columbia Heights catching a break there. They'll take the service here, get the serve back. Back to within 5 points. Serve from Muhammad. Nice set across and a cack. And a point for Thompson. Whaley, well done getting the set across to her hitter. And a good swing by Sandy Thompson gets the point for Brooklyn Center. So it's 20-14 Centaurs. Liebfried in the middle. Scott the attack, dug up by Gibson. Thompson going down the line. Sandy Thompson gives her team her 21st point of the set. The serve from Whaley. Quick set left side, and Brooklyn Center recovers. Dug up nicely in the back row and then hit over, but Columbia Heights recovers and Liebfried gets the kill. The play on each side ends in a point for Columbia Heights, though. Islanders back within 6, but not a lot of margin for error, and they miss on that serve and to make it 22-15. DeLuna, who served a couple of points earlier in this set, back in for the Centaurs. Their serve into the net. Velos back in. Rogotsky to serve. Floats it high, short. DeLuna had to come up for it and couldn't get to the ball in time. Good serve by Elise Rogotsky. 22-17. Attack from the middle, and blocked and tapped back over by Asha Scott. She was ready for the hit from Thompson this time and knocked it back on the Centaur side of the net. Timeout by Brooklyn Center as Columbia Heights is pulled back to within 4 here at 22-18. A good little run here by the Highlanders. And a quick timeout by Coach Martinez. Had a few words. He'll settle his girls back down, get them back on track to try to win this first set. Back in play, Rogotsky with the serve, another ace. 22-19. Look at that serve by Rogotsky. Now back to live action again. Put it in play. Thompson gets it over the block this time on a little tap. Whaley looking to set, does get it over to Gibson. Front row, Columbia Heights able to push it across. Avelos able to drop it in between the defense of Brooklyn Center, and now Columbia Heights within 2, gaining confidence. Rogotsky back to serve again. Good hard line drive serve. Sunshines will have to hurry to get this one over, but they do. Whaley able to get it across in the third hit. To the middle, Scott over. And out. So it's a point for Brooklyn Center. (23-20) BC. Thompson serving. Highlanders had some troubles the first time through on Thompson's serve rotation. Hit coming long for Gibson. Columbia Heights gets the serve back. They trail by 2, 23-21. Asher Scott, the junior, puts it in play. Whaley across to Gibson. Leadfried able to dive to the floor to get to that ball. From the middle, the back set, pushed across. Rogotsky's attack, that's handled back real nicely by the Centaurs. A good rally going here. Gibson got it over for a point. Deja Gibson. And now it's set point for BC. Gibson got it over the blockers. No one able to handle it. Back deep in the court for the Highlanders. Leadfried for Muhammad, pushed it wide. And Brooklyn Center wins the first set. Close most of the way. Centaurs getting a little run in the middle of that set. And they hang on to win it, 25-21. Best of 5, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more of our Tri-Metro Conference volleyball match. Brooklyn Center, Columbia Heights on 12 Sports after this timeout.
An eating disorder feels like having another person inside your head. It kind of built this wall around me.
The main thing that we needed was hope.
Your age, your gender, your ethnicity. Eating disorders don't discriminate. They can strike anyone. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Lindsay, for example. Her first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. Right away, she received professional training and now has the tools and skills necessary to produce her own show. She's turning dreams into realities right from her own home. And best of all, she's sharing her passion with members of her community and beyond. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Brooklyn Center wins that first set, 25-21. Take a 1-0 lead. In tonight's match, let's take a look at the final point of the first set with BC leading 24-21. Christina Yang hitting the serve. Muhammad trying to push it to the sideline, but pushed it too far to the right. And BC can celebrate. Centaurs, as I mentioned, come in 0-3. They lost their first match to Breck in 4 sets, lost in 5 to St. Paul, Washington, and were swept by Pack Charter School in their last match a week ago. Columbia Heights, just the 2 matches so far. They lost in 3 to St. Paul Johnson, and then a week ago lost at St. Paul, Washington in 5. So each team's been off for a week from match play. Now we're ready for set 2. Deja Gibson will get us started. Gibson with some good attacks and points in that first set for Brooklyn Center. And gets her team off to a 1-0 lead. I'd say it's the one thing that Columbia Heights has struggled in the most tonight has been serve receiving, just trying to get into their offense. They do get a point here, though, and hit at the net by Rogotsky. Centaurs couldn't handle the ball on the other side of the net, and so we're tied at 1. Liebfried serves and a little bit short. 2 on Centaurs. Served by Whaley. Ball in the middle, hit over. Whaley and over by Thompson. Been played off the net nicely by the Highlanders. Whaley setting to Thompson again. Back row handled by Tedder. Diving Gibson with a nice dig. To the middle, a swing by Scott and a point for Columbia Heights. So we're tied at 2. Well, they had to race to that ball, and it's a communication and a little hesitation. Breakdown there for Brooklyn Center. Gives the Highlanders the point. Rogotsky serves some points late in that first set that brought Columbia Heights closer. Almost brought them back into a tie. Now she's serving here, gets them a couple of points, and they lead now 4-2. Centaurs wisely let that ball go wide. I didn't see what had happened there. They called that they're giving Columbia Heights the point. I didn't think anyone had touched it by BC, but perhaps they did before it touched the ground. Let's take a look at it again. Oh, see, when I didn't see that initially. It went off the foot of Yang. And so that is a point for Columbia Heights. Header that could run up to that ball. Front row floated over by Avelos. Fallness back, hit across by Gibson. Now ball by Scott over. Kept alive by Thompson, and another play for Thompson on that left side. Highlanders couldn't save that one. And Brooklyn Center gets a much needed point to make it 5-3. DeLuna in, replacing Fallness. And DeLuna to serve here. Sir trying to catch that right side, but missed by about a foot, and it's a point for Columbia Heights. Now back to Scott. 6-3 lead, and that hit long. It was a tip. It looks like it was tipped by Brooklyn Center. It was hit long, but one of the Centaurs touched it on the way. So it's 7-3 Columbia Heights. That one just long by Scott. No one touched it that time in purple, so Centaurs get the point. 7-4. Thompson serving. Back set. Hit over. Centaurs come back. Gibson, good dig by Tedder in the back row, and over by Muhammad. Sharuk Muhammad getting the kill. 8-4 Highlanders. Maddie Gilbertson back. And she'll serve here for the Highlanders. Blocked, but out of bounds by Columbia Heights. Point for the Centaurs. Eight to 5 with the Yang serving. Ball pushed across by Muhammad. Now front row for BC. Here comes Gibson off the blockers, and it's a point for the Centaurs. 8-6. Muhammad keeps it alive for Columbia Heights. Whaley setting, hit over by Swanson. Pushed back across by Gilbertson. Now Whaley, another set for Gibson. Point Brooklyn Center. Whaley getting that ball right where a hitter could hit and attack. Columbia Heights Liebfried unable to close on the block. Tedder to the front row and knocked over by Avelos. Go back to Gibson again. Liebfried over. Avelos kill for Columbia Heights. This ball by Liebfried. Avelos got it past the blockers. Well played by Columbia Heights. 9-7. Highlanders leading here in the second set. Back row, trying to keep it alive. Highlanders couldn't do so. Off of Avelos. Point for BC. They're back to within one. There's Ray Swanson getting ready to serve. Molly Fallness, sophomore middle hitter, back in for Brooklyn Center. That'll go as a point for BC. Leadfree gave it a long run to put the ball back toward Columbia Heights side, but they couldn't make the play. And another point here for Brooklyn Center, an ace for Swanson. And now BC with its first lead here in the second set, going up 10-9. That'll go as an ace. It's off of Tenor for a point. 11-9 Brooklyn Center. Tenor unable to get the pass up to the front row. And there goes another ace. That one, both Gilbertson and one of her teammates going after at the same time, Sarah Salco. And now Columbia Heights will take a timeout. And another Brooklyn Center ace. Good serving here by Swanson. And there was the previous point. Then they got another ace the next point. And now 12-9 Brooklyn Center after falling behind 8-5 here. Come back in the second set, perhaps on the way to another win, but still a long way to go for Coach Martinez's team. There's that last point. The spot where both girls had to run to it for Columbia Heights, and neither one could get there. Well, Swanson with some confidence serving now, putting another one in play. Leadfried, the setter, getting it over for Rogotsky, who got it across. Now it's Whaley on the set over for Gibson. And Columbia Heights at the net. Muhammad off the tape and down. Sharuk Muhammad makes it 12-10. Ends the long Centaurs run, and Muhammad will serve. Came up short. Right back to Brooklyn Center now with a 3-point lead again. Serve from Gibson. Good serve, too. An ace for Deja Gibson. Low line drivers at just over the net. Hard to handle for the defense. It's off Tedder and a point. Gibson played by Tedder, back row. Leadfree got it back to the middle, but Islanders can't get it across. 15-10. That's an ace. Off of Salco and out. Islanders let that one go. And it's long for a Columbia Heights point. 16-11 here in the second set. Leibfried will try to get her team some momentum here and get them back into the set. Down the line, long on the hit. Sandy Thompson had a lot on that one, a little too much in that case. 16-12. Leibfried's serve, handled by Swanson. Whaley with the set, Thompson across. From the front row, the attack comes and the kill for Columbia Heights. Make it 16-13. Whaley. Sandy Thompson again too strong. Columbia Heights back to within 2. Lead Freed. Front row handled by Thompson. Whaley will get it back to Thompson. Pushed it over. Islanders were ready for it. Tipped over by Scott. Ballness in the middle. Hitting it over for Brooklyn Center. Here comes Columbia Heights back. And the kill for Rogotsky. Islanders back to within 1. Leadfried serving. Whaley to Thompson, pushed it over the blocker. Centaurs get a much needed point. Give themselves a little breathing room now by 2. After they had built a sizable lead here in the second set. Whaley serving. Rogotsky runs up to that ball, gets it over for Columbia Heights. Thompson left side. Back row dug up nicely by Salco. Over by Swanson. And out. Off of Salco. I don't know if that was going to go wide or not. Salco decided to play it, but couldn't get it back into the court of play, and it's a point for Brooklyn Center. Freshman Whaley serving. That ball going off of Whaley. 18-16. Columbia Heights back to within 2 again. You see the good set. Rogotsky off the set from Leadfried. It's point 16 for Columbia Heights. Whaley to Thompson, blocked. Great block on the front row. Pasha Scott. Islanders back to within 1. That last point again. Leadfried. That attack came from Rogotsky. And that's over. Brooklyn Center gets the point. (19-17) BC. Tamara Smith, freshman, in for the first time today for Brooklyn Center, number 6. And Smith gets a good serve in. Rogotsky, back row, and it goes off of the Centaurs player Whaley and out. Up into the stands. The lofted seating up here above the stands that you see pushed in, kind of a balcony area for fans to sit. That's where that ball landed. And now 19-18, and now we're tied up. An ace serve. Columbia Heights has come all the way back to tie it. Front row played by Swanson. Columbia Heights getting it back. Muhammad played it over. Centaurs scrambling here, and this hit by Smith, and Columbia Heights has taken the lead. Scott to serve. And that'll goes another ace. 21-19. And a timeout taken by Ramon Martinez. This team may still win the second set, but it looked like they had it in hand most of the way. But Columbia Heights with a late rush here, getting good serves in. And now it's the Centaurs struggling a little bit and serve receive. And they've fallen behind by 2 late in set number 2. Courtney Jonas to get her team to finish things off here in the second set. Coach Martinez, this team refocused. It's only down by 2. Asha Scott back to serve. 21-19, Heights. Whaley to Swanson, pushed it past the blockers and down. Kind of changed up her hit nicely at the last moment. As the blockers went up, Gilbertson and Muhammad, and then just pushed it past them on her left side. So big point for the Centaurs, making it 21-20 with Thompson serving. Whaley, and then over by Gibson. Highlanders can't recover, and we're tied at 21. Sandy Thompson. That'll be an ace. Centaurs back in front. They get 3 in a row. 22-21. That'll be an ace again for Thompson. 23-21. Timeout for Columbia Heights. 4 straight for Brooklyn Center. Thompson serving well. Senior showing some good leadership, some good skill, putting those serves in play. BC now within 2 points of winning the second set. Perhaps going up 2-0 here. Again, as we talked about at the beginning, each of these teams not a ton of varsity experience, with a couple of exceptions, especially on the Brooklyn Center side. Thompson and Swanson and Gibson, both all with returning varsity experience. Thompson especially showing it tonight. We're going to replay the point. I don't know if everyone is not set yet or what the reason was, but we're going to stay at 23-21 and replay that serve. Thompson serves it short, but Columbia Heights able to recover. And a Centaur player in the net looks like might have been Swanson. Columbia Heights, it's a huge point. They're down by 1 here at 23-22. Gilbertson serving. Got it down for an ace. We're tied up. And Centaurs will use their second timeout of the set. Senior Maddie Gilbertson got her team tied up on this serve. Perfect place for her. Past that front row and in front of where the back row player was. Columbia Heights last season, 5 wins on the year. They started 3-2, but much like Brooklyn Center, struggled much of the later half of the season, but a whole new lineup. They're trying to get their first win here this season, and now within a point of taking the set. They tie it up at 1. Gilbertson will try to put it away here for the Highlanders. Over by Gibson. Back row Tedder. Liebfried knocked it over for Heights. Front row put across by Swanson at the net. Liebfried and then over. Left side, Gibson with the attack for Brooklyn Center, and then into the net by Muhammad on the hit. And Brooklyn Center stays alive. Long rally there, BC making the plays, tying it at 24. Serve by Yang. (25-24). She missed on the serve. Another set point for Columbia Heights. Avelo serving. Over by Thompson. Cross left side into the net by Gibson, and Columbia Heights rallies and wins the second set, 26-24. So we'll go at least 4 tonight. We'll take time out. We're back with more Tri-Metro Conference Volleyball, tied up at 1. We're live at Columbia Heights High School on 12 Sports.
The world is online, and we're all connected. While there's a lot to explore and discover, we each need to do our part to keep the internet safe. Cybersecurity starts with you. Learn how you can stay safe online at dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
$30 million Americans will suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their lives. The National Eating Disorders Association has the information and resources to steer people and their families toward the road to recovery.
Hi, I work at the NEDA helpline. We have something called Click to Chat, which is a live chat with someone on the helpline, and they're really able to get support.
Call or visit the NEDA website today for help and hope.
Centaurs having a good time there, tied up at 1 against Columbia Heights here. And Columbia Heights, strong rally there in that second set to come back and tie it up, winning 26-24. So we'll see if the Highlanders can build on that momentum, or if Brooklyn Center can go back and do some of the things that they did well for most of that first and second set to go up 2-1 here. And we're set for play. And Sharuk Muhammad will get us underway in the third set with her serve for Columbia Heights. All hit across, and Sandy Thompson another kill. First point of set number 3 goes to BC. Whaley serves. That'll go as an ace. Two 0 Brooklyn Center. That ball hit wide. Off our monitor, but did not knock it off, thankfully. Heights with its first point in the third set. It's 2-1. Liebfried serve. Centaurs, a little hesitation who's going to play that, but they got it over, and Tedder couldn't get the pass up for Heights. Then it's 3-1 Centaurs. Maybe DeLuna coming back in for fallness for Brooklyn Center. Back set. Ball hit across by Rogotsky. Over by Thompson. Liebfried. Rogotsky got it over. Three to 2. Liebfried this set. Rogotsky off the tape and over the box. Avelos back in for Columbia Heights. Rogotsky serves. It's an ace for her. And it's 3-3. Handled by Gibson. Whaley putting the ball back to Gibson, who got it over. Liebfried, quick set. Ball hit over by Swanson for Brooklyn Center. Left side hit. And down. A point for Avelos in Columbia Heights. Now it is up by 1. Ball hit back to the middle by Gilbertson. Over then nicely in the middle by Scott. Thompson dropped it over Gilbertson, and Scott in the middle. BC Whaley got it over, but Scott was right there at the net to knock it back down. So Columbia Heights, after Brooklyn Center scrambled to get it back into play. Good effort here. First by Yang and then by Whaley, but then Pasha Scott was there, and a timeout taken. So Columbia Heights with 4 straight points has gone in front, 5-3. It's a busy stretch of matches here for Columbia Heights. For Brooklyn Center upcoming, they will take on Spectrum on Monday, and then next Thursday, Fridley, both 6 o'clock matches at Brooklyn Center High School. And for Columbia Heights, they're starting to say busy schedule for them. They're home tomorrow night, Friday night, against St. Croix Prep out of Stillwater, and then the Columbia Heights Invitational here Saturday. Brooklyn Center's playing in a tournament on Saturday the 26th, the Nova Classical at Nova Classical Academy. Heights another point out of that timeout. And now lead 6-3. Rogotsky serve. Here's Whaley. The set. Thompson down for a point. Sandy Thompson ends the 5-0 run for Columbia Heights. Good strong attack out on the back row. Now let's see if the Centaurs can build on that. Pushed into the net by Avelos. It's 6-5. Thompson serving. Right side, hit by Rogotsky, and Gilbertson can't get it over. A couple of errors in the front row on hitting errors by Columbia Heights has allowed the Centaurs to tie it at 6. Liebfried got it for Gilbertson, who put it over. Whale in the middle and bumped over by Swanson. With the sideline, but back in play and over by Thompson. Thompson knew right where she wanted to put that ball. It's her team a point. Liebfried and Scott with the kill. Tied at 7. Liebfried's had some pretty good sets tonight. Got that one right in the spot where Scott could attack. Now Scott serving into the net. Gives that point right back to Brooklyn Center. Ball hit across by Gilbertson. Out of the middle, and it's going to be a point for Brooklyn Center. Scoreboard here, and as you see on TV, reads 10-6. I think they missed the point in the gym. I believe it should actually be 9-7 Brooklyn Center, but no one seems to have caught that, and so we'll play on. As 10-7 Brooklyn Center after the serving error gives the Highlanders a point. Gilbertson serves down the line for an ace. And to 8. Fulmus back in for BC. Gilbertson putting it right down the line again. Fulmus and then over by Thompson. Right at the net. Mohammed couldn't get it over. Very tight to the net. It was a tough play for Sharuk to try to get a good swing on it. And the Centaurs get the point. As Ray Swanson comes up short. Not that might have enough, but comes up just a touch short. Heights back to within 2. Avelos serves. Good serve to the back row. Off of Yang and out. Islanders back to within 1. Front row left side attacked by Rogotsky. Comes Brooklyn Center with a point on the attack from Deja Gibson. She gets the kill. 12-10 Centaurs. Whaley getting the ball to her. Down the line goes Gibson with the hit. Gibson to serve. Salco in for the first time this set, replacing Avelos. A discussion at the scorers table on substitutions. Perhaps they're going back to that point that we believe was missed a few minutes ago. It looks like it's a question of rotation and substitution here. Not a lot of people here, but the way this gym is, the sound just reverberates off the ceiling and makes it quite loud, and a good enthusiastic support on both sides for Columbia Heights. There you can see it. Not a ton of people here, but they're making a lot of noise here tonight. Great to see. Still a discussion at the net. It's both players and both teams just have to wait and see what comes of this, if anything. Coach is not getting involved. Brittany Jonas is looking across at Ramon Martinez. Neither coach, they say, getting involved in the discussion. Our next volleyball comes your way next week with a couple of matches. Metro West match on Wednesday night as Cooper hosts St. Louis Park. And then next Thursday, a week from tonight, 17th, Osseo meeting Ticino Grace in the Northwest Suburban Conference match. Here's a look at our other events coming up. Friday night. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Minnetonka for that matchup in football. Unbeaten Whiteside taking on Minnetonka live at 7 o'clock. The Osseo Lions Roar Parade coming up Saturday live on Channel 12. And then those two volleyball matches mid to late next week. So we're back into play. Good block at the net. Oh, it's gotten loud, especially on the Columbia Heights side. And it's 12-11. Thompson's ball was blocked. Highlanders get the point. They trail by 1. Muhammad to serve. And she'll get an ace. They're tied at 12. Roll is left to be over, and it is tapped over by Thompson. Sensor is a little bit out of system there, trying to get the ball played, but Thompson able to get a good chip over. And her team back in front as Whaley serves. Bumped over by Swanson. Dug up by Salco. Over by Fallness for Brooklyn Center. Rogotsky handled back row by Swanson. Fallness got it over for Brooklyn Center. In the middle, Scott for Columbia Heights. Good play on both sides here. No errors, keeping this rally alive. And finally, Scott able to get a ball to the back row that Swanson couldn't get into hitting position for her team. And we're tied at 13. Lead free, the 5'10" senior serving. And is in for an ace. Heights back in front. Thompson with a strong attack. Centaurs tie it up. Served by Falmouth. Just got it over at the net. Got it across. Centaurs can't return it. 15-14 Highlanders. Back and forth we go here in the third set. Nagotsky got it in play. Whaley setting. Thompson blocked by Scott. Well timed by Pasha Scott. Highlanders by 2. Nagotsky's serve, it's an ace. (17-14) now, Columbia Heights. Nagotsky serving well. Here's Gibson, just got it over, and caught enough of the tape where Leadfree had a little trouble with it, trying to get the pass. And it gets Brooklyn Center a much-needed point, 17-15. Thompson serves. Over, last time Leadfree, a little setter dump play. It's her team a point. That was a point. I think they call the back row attack there, and so they're giving the points to the Highlanders, or excuse me, to the Centaurs. So it's 17-16. Gilbertson trying to put it cross court, but missed wide on their shot. And now the Centaurs have tied it. Swing by Gilbertson, but missed wide left. BC looking to go back in front. Thompson serves. Back set, but into the net by Gilbertson on that hit. Thompson had a crucial run of serves back in that first set. Trying to do it here again in the third set. Gets another ace. Timeout, Columbia Heights, and look at it again. (19-17) Brooklyn Center. Sandy Thompson, the senior veteran leader of the Centaur team, looking to put her team in front 2-1. See if Columbia Heights has one final rally in them here in this third set, as they did in the second set when they trailed much of the way. Out of the timeout, Sandy Thompson still with the serve for BC. Leadfree gets it over for Heights. Pushed across by Yang for BC. Leadfree setting this time. It's Scott's hit is into the net. That's point number 20 for the Centaurs. Gilbertson gets it over to keep Heights in it on this point. Yang with the set. Gibson off of Liebfried, or Rogonski rather, for a point. Over by Gibson for a point. Front row over by Scott. Gilbert's into the middle. Scott over. Point for Columbia Heights. Now Scott will go back to serve. First time pushed over by Avelos. Yang got it, and Swanson put it over. Gets the point. Goes off of Scott. Set point coming for BC. Yang serves. Trying to get the third set win here for Brooklyn Center. Tedder's ball is hit out, and BC goes up 2-1. 25-18 the final. Brooklyn Center within a set of winning perhaps their first match of the year. We will find out in a few moments. We'll take another break. Come back with more volleyball. Brooklyn Center up on Columbia Heights 2-1.
The world is online, and we're all connected. While there's a lot to explore and discover, we each need to do our part to keep the internet safe. Cybersecurity starts with you. Learn how you can stay safe online at dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Brooklyn Center goes up 2-1, winning 25-18. They're in the third. To the final point, serve from Christina Yang. Tedder's hit wide. scores tonight. Brooklyn Center winning the first one, 25-21. Columbia Heights coming back to take the second set, 26-24, and then 25-18 a moment ago. I'd say both of these teams pretty evenly matched, though. Some good run of points for each side. And a win tonight will give one of these teams some momentum going into the still early part of the season. First serve of the fourth set is long by Gibson, and Columbia Heights gets the first point. Liebfried serving. Her serve goes off of Yang. This serve coming up short. And it's 2-1. Serve from Whaley. Play at the net. Point for, now we had a Columbia Heights player over the net. That's Liebfried. And so the Centaurs get a point. And a serve from the freshman Whaley. Over by Swanson. No, didn't quite get it there. And tipped by Pasha Scott at the net. Look at it again. Oh, looks like Swanson's able to get it over, and then right out the net. Scott beating out Thompson for that ball. 3-2 Highlanders. Rogotsky serving. Thompson, back row handled by Rogotsky. Liebfried is sent over by Scott. Centaurs come back. Gibson's hit into the net. Well, scoring error. We've had several of them tonight. Just gave Brooklyn Center a point. Should be 4-2 Columbia Heights, but the scoreboard reads 6-3. Or 3-3 rather. There's a point for Scott. So we'll go with what's on the board here, because that's what the official number is. But I think we've had 3 scoring errors. All of them have gone in favor of Brooklyn Center. 2 in that third set, including one crucial late in the set where they got credit for 2 points. Another one here that should be 6-2, but instead it's 5-3. And play goes on. Columbia Heights doesn't let that deter them. They continue on. They run up points here. Now lead at 6-3. Now on the scoreboard, it's gone to 7-3. So another double point win apparently for Columbia Heights. Scoreboard, it's changed several times in the last 20 seconds. We believe that's the right score now, though, right? Well, that's what we're going with. It's 7-3, and that serve coming up short for DeLuna. Highlanders. Gives them loud in here again. There's Thompson in the middle. Big attack for her, trying to get her team back on track. We'll see if she can do it serving. 8-4. And hit over nicely. Good play. Scrambling for it was Liebfried. Over the Centaurs ended up with the point. Couple straight points for BC off the serving from Thompson. Will they get a third here? No, hit over by Mohammed. Swanson up in the air. Thompson got it over. Dug up by Liebfried, but couldn't get the pass up to the front row. And it's 8-6. Thompson serving. That'll go as an ace. Off of Tedder and then Liebfried. Hit over, and there's Arbelos getting a big point for Columbia Heights. And it's 9-7. Gilbertson serves it, floating it over, handled by Thompson. Whaley to the front row. Tapped over, and point for Gibson in Brooklyn Center. Serve too long from Christina Yang. Islanders up by 2. Serve from Avelos. Left side, pushed across by Gibson. Point for Brooklyn Center. Fulness back in for Brooklyn Center's Desiree Swanson swings in action on the serve. Swanson and then over by Thompson for the kill. Ball to the hit. Muhammad swings too long. Centaurs in front. Swanson serving. Ball to the middle to Fulness. Over. A point. Molly Fulness gets her team in front by 2. Timeout for Columbia Heights. They had built an 8-3 lead here. Now the Centaurs on a run. 9 of the last 11 points to put them up by 2. Brooklyn Center will play in Section 5AA come playoff time in late October. Columbia Heights in Section 4A. Heights, a tremendous volleyball power back in the day. Made the state tournament every year from 1985 to 1998. Included 3 or 4 state titles back in there that have not been back since. But a dominant team in the mid-80s through the 90s. Timeout. Serve coming from Brooklyn Center's Swanson. Again, the Highlanders unable to return it. Now Swanson getting on a good run serving here. And as I say that, she serves one wide. But put her team up briefly by 3. Now it's back to a 2-point margin. Served by Muhammad for Columbia Heights. Front row is left to be over by Rogotsky, and it is. Whaley set for Fallness, too strong. Oh, didn't catch that back row. Yes, point for Brooklyn Center. Look at it again. I thought Fallness might have floated this one a little too long. Caught the back line. Centaurs back up by 3. Scott hit it over. Good dig up by Thompson on that ball, and then gets up and puts it across. Terrific effort by Sandy Thompson. It's the dig initially and gets back into hitting position. Puts it over, and their team up by 4. Gibson serves. Another point for BC. Highlander player was in the net. (16-11). Gilbertson's hit missed. Coach Martinez's team on a run, up 17-11. That ball hit wide. (18-11). We had a good run of points from Thompson, from Swanson, now from Gibson. The 3 veterans for this Brooklyn Center team as Heights takes another timeout. And now an 18-11 score here in the 4th set. Ball hit wide on the hit coming from Salco, leaving Brooklyn Center at 18 points. Columbia Heights still smiling, trying to keep loose. If they can have a long rally, but now you get to a point where there's not a lot of margin for error. When your opponent's at 18, you're still at 11. All set for play again, and the serve from Gibson. Will have to be over by Tedder, and got it back into play. Nicely done. Left side hit from Thompson to the back row. To the floor on that one. Another good effort by the Highlanders to get it across. Front row, Thompson dumps it over. Good placement by Sandy Thompson. Heights scrambling to get back into position. They just couldn't get their defense set. And there's the 19th point of the 4th set. Now it's 20, an ace serve. Asia Gibson. Tedder was getting ready to play it, and instead Liebfried played it first, and Tedder had to scramble to it, and there goes another ace. And now the Centaurs can smell a win here, 21-11. And it comes up short on that serve. So had a good run of points, missed hit on that one, but Gibson helping Brooklyn Center get into good position here late in the 4th set, leading 21-12. That serve missed. (22-12) Centaurs. Whaley to serve. Ball in the middle, over by Scott. The angle set this time for Thompson. Andy Thompson's had an outstanding match tonight for Brooklyn Center. And it's 23-12 now, BC. Whaley serving. Scramble. Gilbertson got it over. And Columbia Heights gets the point. Gilbertson just got to that ball in the last moment. And able to find the hole in the BC defense. Heights with a long ways to go here. Swanson up in the air and over by Fallness. Thompson across Whaley, can't get that in play. (23-14). Rogotsky. The ball in play on the serve. Here's Thompson off Rogotsky. Point for the Centaurs, and now match point coming for BC. DeLuna serving. Celebration for Brooklyn Center will be put off for a moment. Point for the Highlanders. DeLuna got to that ball. Here it's pushed over by Thompson. Front row over by Muhammad. Keeps the Islanders in it. We believe the Highlanders lost another point on the scoreboard down here. Now they've got it corrected, 24-16. This one's off of Swanson. 24-17. Still match point. Columbia Heights has to play it perfect for 7 more points. Over Thompson with the kill, and Brooklyn Center has the win. Sandy Thompson gets the kill that closes it out. And Brooklyn Center wins tonight in 4. What a great atmosphere tonight at Columbia Heights. Fans really into this one. 2 pretty evenly matched teams. Brooklyn Center winning the first set, led most of that second set. Columbia Heights able to rally to win it, but Brooklyn Center not fazed by that at all. They come back and win sets 3 and 4. And there's the winning point on the kill from Thompson. And the Centaurs have their first win of the season. They go to 1-3 on the year. Their next match coming up Monday at home against Spectrum, and the next Thursday they will host Fridley. And with the loss, Columbia Heights drops to 0-3. They get a big tournament here again on Saturday. That'll do it for our coverage tonight from Columbia Heights. Hope you've enjoyed this action. A close match throughout, but it's Brooklyn Center getting a W for the first time this season. They win it in 4-3 For all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for our coverage tonight of Tri-Metro Conference Volleyball on 12 Sports.